have Ethereum versus the dollar, and we'll do general overview on this one. We got the daily coming up, nice little bouncy bounce off of the $2,800 level. I was saying, I believe 3,000 to 2,900 yesterday, and we got that actually. Or no, sorry, the 21 was down around 2,800, so very likely to bounce here. The question is where do we close out the rest of the week for the more long-term direction. This can certainly have major implications for that, obviously. But first things first, let's address what you asked about, which was the short-term timeframes. Hourly right here, what do we see? We see multiple drives of bullish divergence actually coming off the lows. A little bit of phantom div about to be printed right here with any sort of a closure, especially above about kind of where we're at right now, just above 3,000 bucks actually. If that happens, I'd be looking for a continuation of the jewel signal as well, and probably move back up somewhere just south of 3,100. But that's the big pivot actually on the hourly right now for me. If this thing can start to trade back above and especially close even hourly dildos back above 3,100, I'd extend targets significantly. Well, in this case, I mean for an hourly, all the way just south of about 3,200. Again, does that change anything on like the 4 hour, for example? No, not yet. I mean, this one's kind of under pressure, especially as long as we're below about 3,250 or so on the higher term timeframes. But 4 hour does have some bullish divergence right around here. It's a slight amount, but should be good enough to get it somewhere around about 3,100 short term. 4 hour jewel showing some positive curvature as well, getting into the same areas that, you know, let's just see if these correlate with good areas for decent bounces. Last time that we saw this was 14th of July. Let's see where things were at around then. That was right here on this bounce. Thing did actually come low after that and then tested it once again right here. And that was the big one. That was actually like the fucking one from 1,700 all the way to almost 4,000. Not bad. Let's see. Where do we see another example of this? Looks like it's not tested all that much. Really doesn't come down here all that much. Okay, last time before that was December 2020 actually. Phenomenal buy right there for 500 all the way up to about 700 or so. Did test it a couple times though, should be said. Just as the other one did. This one over here, same thing. Did get the lows right here before never testing there again at 320. Other than that, yeah, we have to go all the way back to coronavirus dumb times, and it did get the $100 low, but was retested. So, you know, it's like regardless whether you're bullish or bearish, short term probably does pop back up here, and then I would be looking for maybe at the very least another retest of these lows, and then the question is, does it hold up or not? That would be very enlightening. But for right now, yeah, short term very, very bouncy. 12 hour, yeah, bouncing off the 200 simple and 200 exponential average. Okay, good. Daily is kind of in limbo, and weekly we are bouncing off the 21, so that is, you know, good in the hood right there, at least for the short term. Let's go check out momentum also and see where we're at as well. Okay. We got right here, daily is going to be coming down as long as about 3,300. So at best, this one is ranging. I don't think it's going to be doing anything like super interesting today to the upside, except for just short-term moves. Full hour, we do see 2837, the magical number right there. Actually, my experimental indicator already getting a, no, that would have not been a great signal right there. Certainly not a great entry. Let's see what the hourly is looking like as well. Up as long as above about 2950, so good right there. And 12 hour will be freshly crossing up with any sort of a closure above 3333. So 33, basically 3300 is kind of where I'd be looking for as like the medium and higher term time frame pivot. As long as we're below there, I do look at this one as, you know, at best sideways, and at worst, you know, just putting in a weak bounce before continuation all the way down to probably like 2600 or so. But for right now, to give it a chance to bounce and then see. First off, see if it even gets to 3,300, which I think even getting to like 3,200 would be kind of a little bit of an ordeal right here. But hey, you know, my opinion does not apply to something like this. The question is, you know, if it does, if you start to see it actually clear above those levels, that's at the point where I'd really start to look for this one to, well, in this case, that actually would be a bit of a bear trap below your prior range lows and pop it back up. So fair enough, you know, there is a bit of a setup there. Also BBWP on the ceiling, so I do think that this one, you know, at the very worst, trades a bit of sideways here. Let's check out over here as well. I'm just very curious to see where we're at now. Okay, quarterly for this one, we are still trading above the top side trolling band. Doesn't look too hot right there, to be fair. Let's go to the the monthly. Yeah, monthly does look like a rejection right now, but if this one could close above 3,500 by end of month, that would look very, very good. So I'll just say that, and it's going to be a very long next 9 or so days. So hopefully that was helpful, and there you go for Ethereum, sir.